Okay, good morning. So in the last class, we discussed about finding the equation of tangents and normals, isn't it? Actually, we are doing with unit 3. We are doing with unit 3 in your syllabus, that is application of derivatives and integration. According to the new syllabus given, in integration, a small topic is included, that is integration by partial fractions. So today we are going to discuss problems from integration by partial fractions. Integration by partial fractions. Okay, so write the heading, integration using partial fractions. What is the meaning of partial fraction? What is meant by partial? Partial means earlier we learned one type of integration with the same word parts, isn't it? Yes or no? What are the methods we have learned in integration? What are the different methods till now we have learned in integration? First method is integration by
Substitution.
primitive method, direct method, isn't it? Primitive means direct method we learned. Then we learned integration by
Substitution.
substitution method, integration by substitution method. The next method is substitution.
Integration by
Then
parts.
By parts.
Integration by parts. Integration by parts. Then we have learned definite integrals, isn't it? Definite integrals. So when in this new syllabus, this topic is also included. Write down integration by partial fractions. Integration by partial fractions. Integration by partial fraction. Integration by partial fractions. Okay, so what is meant by partial? Sometimes you may be given of the single fraction. We are going to make it into parts of fractions and then we are going to integrate. Okay, we are making it into, suppose you may be given with a single fraction. Okay, rational function will be given. Rational function means what? What is meant by a rational number? What is meant by a rational number?
Form P by Q.
Rational number means a number which can be in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers with Q not equal to 0. Similarly, suppose you are given a rational functions. What is meant by rational function? Rational function. Yes. Last year we have learned this type of function. Rational function means any function in the form f of x by g of x, where f of x and g of x are polynomials, where f of x and g of x are polynomials with g of x is not equal to 0. Rational number, similar to rational number. In rational number, we say it is of the form p by q, where p and q are integers with q not equal to 0. Same way here, rational function means it is of the form f of x by g of x, where f of x and g of x are polynomials with g of x not equal to 0. Okay, so suppose we are given a rational functions. For example, suppose it is given like this, x minus 1 by x square plus 1 into x plus 1. This is a rational function. Okay, this is a rational function. We are going to split this. We are going to split this. Okay, we are going to split this. We are going to make it into parts. Parts means what? We are going to split it into smaller terms. We are going to write like this. For making integration simpler, I'm going to split this. Okay, how to split this? We'll be learning so many methods there. Okay, how to split the given function. Okay, You'll be given with a single rational function. We are going to learn few methods. By that, we are going to make it into simpler parts and then we are going to integrate. So we call this method as integration by partial fractions. We are making it into parts in the fractional form. And then we are going to integrate it. Okay, so integration by partial fraction. So one important point we'll be learning in is here, whenever we use partial fraction, in partial fractions, we expect the thing is degree of, okay, in partial fractions, we expect that degree of the numerator in partial fractions, this, okay, the degree of the numerator. Numerator means what is the numerator here? F of x must be less than the degree of the denominator, g of x. Okay, if this condition is true, we can solve it by using partial fraction. What is the condition to be satisfied? Degree of the numerator must be less than the degree of the denominator. Degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. Whenever the degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator, we can solve the given rational functions by partial fraction method, by integrating the partial fractions. Is it clear, children? In which case we'll be able to apply this method? In which case we'll be able to integrate by partial functions? What is the condition to be satisfied here? What is the condition? Yes?
Degree of numerator is less than the
Degree of the numerator must be less than the degree of the denominator. If it is equal to also, we will not be able to do it, children. Okay, note it. If it is strictly less than. If it is, suppose the degrees are equal, then also we will not be able to do it. We have to do the long division. We have learned long division in lower classes, 9th standard, 10th standard and all. We will be dividing it. We will make it into simpler form and then we integrate. Okay. Now let's start doing some problems. Write the question. Write the question. Integrate the following. Integrate the following. Under that, first question, 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2. 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Integrate 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, children, listen all of you. Keep your pen down, sit straight, listen. So once we are given a rational function, is it a rational function? What is the general form of a rational function?
f of x by g of x.
F of x by g of x, where f of x and g of x are polynomials. Now look at here. Look at the numerator. In the numerator, what we have? 1. 1 is the constant polynomial. 1 is the constant. Look at the denominator, x plus 1 into x minus 2. It is the polynomial which is given as linear factors, isn't it? It is given as linear factors. What is meant by linear?
1.
Power of the variable is 1, isn't it? If you take the degree here, the degree of the denominator is 2, isn't it? Is or no? When you expand it, what you will get? X square plus 2x plus x minus 2. So here the degree is 2, but the denominator is expressed as product of linear factors. Okay, so here, once you are given a rational function, first thing you have to check is whether the degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. Is the condition satisfied? Tomlin, is it satisfied here? Whether the degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator? Tomlin?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Tomlin? What is the degree of the numerator, Aditya?
0.
Degree of the numerator is 0, isn't it? Constant polynomial. So degree is 0. What about the degree of the denominator, Karthik?
1.
Is it 1? What is the degree? Check it. Is it 1? It is
Two.
expressed as product of linear factors. When you expand it, what is the total degree there?
2.
2. Okay, degree means, okay, you have to take the total. What is the biggest power? After expansion, what is the highest power? So here it is 2, isn't it? The denominator is of degree 2 and it is expressed as product of linear factors. So the condition is satisfied. Degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. So we are going to integrate this by using partial fraction. So in integration, we denote this as I, isn't it? Integral functions, we denote it as I. I is equal to integral of 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2 into dx. 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2 into dx. So we are going to integrate this. So in order to integrate this, listen children, what I am going to do is 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2 is, here it is given as linear factor. So I'm going to write this as a by first factor plus b by second factor. Two linear factors are there. So I'm writing this as the given rational function is equal to a by first factor plus b by second factor, where a and b are constants. We have to find the constants a and b. Okay, where a and b are constants. Here we have to find the constants a and b. Up to this, is it okay? Don't write now. Listen, children. You can copy it afterwards. First, you listen. It's an important method. If you get the idea, you can do this one easily. Up to this, is it okay? Integration by partial fraction. It's a new method we are learning today. In this method, what we do, in order to solve a problem, in order to integrate the given function by partial fraction, first condition is to be checked. What is the condition? Degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. If the condition is satisfied, then we can integrate. For that, okay, we'll be factorizing the denominator. We have to factorize the denominator. Already it is given as linear factors here. Okay, here it is already given as factors. How many factors are there? How many factors are there in this problem? Two linear factors are there, isn't it? So we are writing the given function as, a by first factor plus b by second factor. That is the next step. This is 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2 is, here I'm going to take the LCM. X plus 1 into x minus 2. Here we cross multiply, isn't it? So a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Is it okay? Just like addition of fractions and all. If they are unlike fractions, what we will do? We'll take the LCM. The same way here also. We are taking this as denominator. Here it is x plus 1. Here it is x minus 2. So it is x plus 1 into x minus 2. It is a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Is it okay, Aditya? Up to this, is it okay, Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am.
So the next step, the denominator is same. We can cancel. So we will get 1 is equal to okay. So A1 is equal to A into x minus 2 plus B into x plus 1. Our aim is to find these constants A and B. We have to find these constants A and B. Okay, up to this, is it clear? Is it okay, Karthik? Any doubt up to this, Tomlin?
No, ma'am.
Shubham, up to this, is it okay? You are given with
Ma'am,
two
little
linear
bit in part
factors in
one.
the denominator. We are splitting that. That's what we call it as partial fraction. We are making it into parts, two parts. When there are two linear factors, we are making it into two parts. A by first factor plus B by second factor. Is it okay? If three factors are there, means how will you make? We'll be dividing it into three parts. A by first factor plus B by second factor plus C by third factor. Like this, we can extend it. The given rational functions, we are making it into smaller parts for integration. Is it okay? Now this A and B are constants. We have to find these constants A and B. For finding these constants, what we are doing here, like the fraction, okay, like the addition of fraction, we are taking the LCM, cross multiplying, and we are getting a condition like this. 1 is equal to A into x minus 2 plus B into x plus 1, where this A and B is to be found out. How to find this A and B? Listen. To find A, listen children, I want to find A. So what is the value you can give for x in B? In order to find A, can you give the value we can assign for x so that this term will become 0? What is the value you will assign for x so that the second term will become 0?
-1.
-1. Very good. Okay, what you are doing? We can put x is equal to -1. You put x is equal to -1. When we put x is -1, we will get a is equal to 1 is equal to a into -1 minus 2 plus b into -1 plus 1. This term will become 0. Is it okay? When we assign x is -1, this b term will become 0. So we will get 1 is equal to a into -3. Therefore, what is the value of a? A is -1/3. Is it okay? What we did here, we are assigning the value for x. Here, in order to find a, we should make b term as 0. To find a, we should make b term as 0. So what is the value we can assign for x? In order to make this x plus 1 as 0, the value we can assign is -1. -1 plus 1 will become 0. So when you put x is -1, 1 is equal to a into -1 minus 2 plus b into 0. So we are getting a is -1/3. Now to find b, what do you have to do? We should make a as 0, isn't it? In order to find b, we should make the term with a as 0. So what is the value you will assign for x?
2.
Yes, Aishwarya, repeat it.
+2.
+2. Is it correct? You can, okay, this term should be made 0. X minus 2 should be made 0. So you can do like this. X minus 2 is 0. Therefore, what is x? Is 2. X is 2. So the value to be assigned for x is the next step. I'm going to put x is equal to 2. Put x is equal to 2. When you put x as 2, we will get 1 is equal to a into 2 minus 2, which will become 0, plus b into 2 plus 1. So you'll get 1 is equal to 3b. Therefore, what is b? b is 1/3. b is 1/3. So we got the values of a and b. How we are calculating these values of a and b? Is it clear? We are assigning, in order to find a, we assign some values for x, so that the next factor, next term will become 0. So in order to find a, you make this term 0. X plus 1 is 0. So x is -1. You substitute the value and we are getting what is a. When you put x is 2, we are getting the value of b. So we are getting what is the value of A and what is B. Okay, once we get this A and B, after finding this A and B, initially we have named one equation as I, isn't it? You substitute, okay, this is I. What is I? Integral of 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2, the given problem. So the same problem only we are splitting like this. A by x plus 1 plus B by x minus 2. Okay, there we are going to substitute. So what happens to a problem I? I will become integral of A by x plus 1. I is integral of A by x plus 1 plus B by x plus 2 into dx. That is, what is A? What is A? What is the value of A? Substitute the value of A. Integral of, what is the value of A we got there? 1 by 3 by x plus 1 plus B.
1 by 3
B is also 1 by 3 and A is negative 1 by 3.
minus 1 by 3.
B is positive 1 by 3. Is it correct? X
Next
minus,
minus 2.
that is x minus 2, isn't it? X minus 2 into dx. So now what we can do, we can split this into two integrals. Minus 1 by 3 by x plus 1 into dx plus integral of 1 by 3 by x minus 2 into dx. So which is same as minus 1 by 3 being constant, we can take it outside. Integral of 1 by x plus 1 into dx plus integral of 1 by 3 constant we can take outside, x minus 2 into dx. What is integral of 1 by x plus 1? What is integral of 1 by x plus 1 into dx?
Log of x plus 1.
Is it root x? No.
Log
Log x. Very good. What is integral of 1 by x dx? Shubham? What is integral of 1 by x dx? It is muted, Shubham.
1
Integral of 1 by x dx is?
1
And this is not 1. Integral of 1 by x dx is? What is the formula she gave? What is the formula Aishwarya gave now? Integral of 1 by x dx is? What is derivative of? Okay, if you are not thorough with the integration formula. Okay, in the next class, learn the formula and come. What is the derivative of x? What is derivative of x?
1
1. So integral of 1 will be x. Okay, derivative of x is 1. So integral of 1 is x. What is derivative of log x? What is derivative
1
of
by
log
x.
x? 1 by x. So it will be integral of 1 by x. What is integral of 1 by x?
log x.
Log x. It is log x. So here
It
it
is
is
log x.
minus. Yes, Shubham. It is log x plus 1 plus
dx.
1 by 3 log x minus 2 plus c. Is it okay? Whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, look at the derivative of denominator. What is the derivative of x plus 1? This one. So the derivative of denominator is in the numerator. The same way for the next one, the derivative of denominator is in the numerator. Whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, the answer is integration is log of the denominator, log of f of x. So we are getting I is equal to minus 1 by 3 log of x plus 1 plus 1 by 3 log of x minus 2 plus c. This is our integration. So we have integrated the given function. So look at the given function. Initially, it is in product. Okay, it satisfies the condition degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. So we are making that into partial fraction. We are using partial fraction and we are making it into simple terms. Look at here. Listen, children, I'm repeating this part. Listen. So this is the question. Integral of 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 2 into dx. What we are doing here, we split that into two parts. A by first part plus B by second part. A by first fraction, A by the first one plus B by the second part. Then we are taking the LCM. Next, our aim is to find the constants A and B. In order to find the constant A, we should make B as 0. So we put x is equal to -1 and we are finding what is A. In order to find B, we should put x some value so that A will become 0. When A becomes 0, we'll be able to find the value of B. After finding A and B, we substitute in this given function. Now the function is made simpler. Okay, actually in the beginning we had one quadratic. Now we made it into simpler. We are divided into two integrals. Now we are integrating. Use the formula integral of 1 by x dx is log x. So integral of 1 by x plus 1 into dx is log of x plus 1 plus 1 by 3 log of x minus 2 into dx. Is it clear, children? Is the method okay? Aparna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, children. Now you copy it. Okay, do it and check which step you are not able to do. It's an important method. Method is same. In all the questions, method is same. After finding A, similarly, we have to find B. Is it okay? Tomlin, any doubt?
No.
Up to this part, you copied, children, are finding A and B? Yes. After finding A and B, substitute in the given function. Substitute in the given rational function. We divide it into two parts and then we integrate. And after that, we integrate. Is it okay, Aparna? Shubham? Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Aditya, Satyan?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay, Aditya? Hmm? When we practice more questions, it will become more
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
Okay, Aditya. Okay, shall we do the next one? Hmm? Shall we move on to the next question? Karthik? Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, write the next question, children. Integrates x by x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. Integrates x by x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. Okay, now listen. Okay, in this question also you listen, children. Next question onwards you can try. Okay, for the time being you listen. So once you are given a function like this, first step you name this as I. Integration we name it as I. In differentiation and all we name the function as y or f of x, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So look at here, it is a rational function. For in the exam, they will not give integrate by partial fraction and all. You have to identify. For the exam, the question will be simply integrate. We have to identify. Is it by substitution method or is it by rational functions, integration by partial fractions? Okay, look at here. How will you identify? Here, how will you identify this? What type of function it is? Is it a rational function? Is it a rational function? What is meant by rational? Some numerator and denominator should be there. Okay, so x by x minus 1, x minus 3, x minus 4. So it is a rational function. It is of the form f of x by g of x, with g of x is not equal to 0. What about the degree of the numerator? What is the degree of the numerator? Yes, what is the degree of the numerator?
1,
1. What is the degree of the denominator?
3.
3,
It is 3, isn't it? 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3 factors are there. 3 linear factors are there. So degree of the denominator is 3. So the condition is satisfied, isn't it? Degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. So the required condition is satisfied. If it is satisfied, what you can do? You take the function inside the integration, that is x by x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. We can write this as, we'll be writing this as, we will write, each one is a linear factor. Okay, if you look in the denominator, each factor is a linear factor. So we can write this as a by first factor plus b by second factor plus c by the next factor. A by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 3 plus c by x minus 4. Is it clear? Is it okay? Three factors are there. So we are taking three constants. A, B, C are the three constants. So the given rational function, we are making it into smaller parts. We are making it into parts. A by first factor plus B by second one, third one. Now this A, B, C are the constants to be found out. For that, what you are doing? We'll be taking the LCM, isn't it? Like how we do usual additions of fractions, the same method only. Here, the common denominator will be x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. X minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. We multiply a with, yes, with a, what you will get? Aparna? Okay, if I take the LCM as x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. With a,
Ma'am, x minus 3.
a into x minus 3 into
3.
x minus 4. Isn't it? Yes or no? Plus b into, with b, with b,
X minus 1 and x minus
x minus 1 into x minus 4. Plus c into
x minus 1 and x minus 3.
x minus 1 into x minus 3. Shubham? Shubham, is it okay, Shubham? Which are the factors not there? With that factors you multiply and write. Okay. With the factors, which are the factors not there? With that factors we multiply each term. Up to that, is it okay? Shubham? Shubham?
Yes, ma'am.
Tomlin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Tomlin?
Yes, ma'am.
Now look at the denominator. It is the same. We can cancel. So x is equal to a into x minus 3 into x minus 4 plus b into x minus 1 into x minus 4 plus c into x minus 1 into x minus 3 plus c into x minus 1 into x minus 3. X is equal to a into x minus 3 into x minus 4 plus b into x minus 1 into x minus 4 plus c into x minus 1 into x minus 3. In order to find a, listen children, listen. Suppose I want to find a. We should make the next two, that is the terms with b and c should be made 0. Terms with b and c should be made 0. So what is the value you will assign here? Suppose I want to find a, we should assign some values for x so that b and c term will become 0. Karthik, can you give the value of x?
1.
1. Why you selected 1?
X minus 1 is common in both.
Very good. Okay, is it clear, children? X minus 1 is the common factor. It is present in both the terms. So you put x is equal to 1. Suppose I put x is equal to 4 means, okay, we will not be able to, a will get cancelled. So we assign the value of x as 1 because x minus 1 is the common factor in these two terms. Okay, so when you put x as 1, what about LHS? LHS we will get 1. 1 is equal to, when you put 1, x is 1. A into, here it is 1 minus 3 into 1 minus 4 plus b into 0 plus c into 0. From here, what is the value of a? Give me the value of a.
1 by 6.
It is 6.
So A is 1 by 6. A is 1 by 6.
Ma'am, B is equal to 0 now.
Yes, Shubham?
C is equal to 0 now.
Yes, B also we have to find like this. A is 1 by 6. To find B, what is the value we will assign? This is the function, and this function only we have to consider. To consider this function. So what's the value you have to give for B? To find B, in order to find B, we should make the terms with A and C as 0, isn't it? So what is the value we'll assign?
3.
3. Okay, so you put x is equal to 3. The next step is you put x is equal to 3. When you put x is 3, LHS will be 3, isn't it? 3 is equal to A into, it will become 0 plus B into 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 4 plus C into 0. So we'll get 3 is equal to B into 2 into minus 1. So what is the value of B?
Minus 3 by 2.
Yes, B is minus 3 by 2. B is minus 3 by 2. B is minus 3 by 2. After finding A and B, you can find C. After finding A and B, we can find C. So what is the value you'll assign for X? What is the value we will assign for X?
4.
4, isn't it? So to find C, we should make the term with A and B as 0. In these two terms, x minus 4 is the common factor. So when you put x is 4, LHS will be 4. 4 is equal to A into 0 plus B into 0 plus C into 4 minus 1 into 4 minus 3. C into 4 minus 1 into 4 minus 3. So we will get 4 is equal to C into 3 into 1. Therefore, what is the value of C?
Minus 4 by 3.
Yes, Aishwarya, can you repeat it?
Minus 4 by 3.
Minus, will you be getting minus? No minus, isn't it? No negative term. 4 minus 1.
4 by 3.
It is 4 by 3. C is 4 by 3. A is 1 by 6. B is negative 3 by 2. And C is 4 by 3. Okay, A, B, and C. After finding A, B, and C, substitute that in the given integral. Substitute that in the given integral function. In the beginning, we took this I is equal to, there you have to substitute here. A, B, and C. So what will be I? So our problem I integral will become I is equal to integral of A. A is 1 by 6 by x minus 1 plus B. B is negative 3 by 2 by, what is the factor here? Can you tell me the factor, children? B by
X minus 3.
x minus 3 plus C. C is 4 by 3 by x minus 4 into dx. Into dx. So this is same as this one. We can split that as 1 by 6. We can take it outside. 1 by x minus 1 into dx. Minus 3 by 2 is the constant. We can take it outside. 1 by x minus 3 into dx. Plus 4 by 3 into integral of 1 by x minus 4 into dx. Now you integrate this. Integrate this and give me the answer. So actually the given function, we are making it into simpler. What is the answer?
By 6 log x minus 1.
1 by 6 log x minus 1. Okay.
Minus 3 by 2 log x minus 3.
Log x minus 3
Plus 4 by 3 log x minus 4.
4 by 3 log x minus 4 plus c. Finally, we should add the constant of
Plus c.
integration. Okay, plus c. Very good, Aditya. Others, check your answer. Is it correct? Check it. Is it okay? Aditya, Aparna, able to solve this? Aparna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good answer. Okay. Aishwarya,
Yes, ma'am.
Karthik.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next, Tomlin and Shubham.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So method, okay, children. So we use partial fractions whenever the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. Degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. Okay. So the next one we are going to solve. Okay. Write the question. Write the question. Integrates 1 by x square minus 4 into dx. 1 by x square minus 4 into dx. How will you do this? Is it a rational function? Is it a rational function?
Yes.
Yes. Is it satisfying that condition? Degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator.
Yes.
Yes. Degree of the numerator is 0, isn't it? And the degree of the denominator is 2. But look at the function here, children. It is x square minus 4. One by x square minus 4. Is it a linear factor?
No.
No. Is it possible to make?
Yes.
Yes. How?
X minus 2 into x plus 2.
Yes, it is of the form x square minus a square, isn't it? X square minus a square. So we can write this as x plus a into x minus a. Here, the given polynomial is not a linear one, but we can make it as linear factors. How we can do this? We can write this as 1 by 4 means we can write this as 2 square. So which is same as integral of 1 by x minus 2 into x plus 2 into dx. 1 by x minus 2 into x plus 2 into dx. Now look at the denominator. The denominators are linear factors. This is the linear factor. So linear factors. So we can use the partial fraction. Now solve it. Try to solve this and give me the answer. Up to this, Shubham, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, can you give the steps? One by x minus 2 into x plus 2.
X minus 2 of the whole square also you can write now.
We can write this as a by
A by x minus 2 plus b by x plus 2.
x plus 2. Next step, we'll be taking the LCM, isn't it? Proceed, others proceed. So 1 by x minus 2 into x plus 2. Here also we'll take the LCM as x minus 2 into x plus 2. We will multiply a with x plus 2 and b with x minus 2. So these two terms will get cancelled. So we'll get 1 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x minus 2. Now to find a and b, find a and b. What is a? What is b?
A is 1 by 4 and B is minus 1 by 4.
As Aishwarya repeat it, a is
1 by 4.
1 by 4.
B is minus 1 by 4.
Minus 1 by 4. Is it correct, Karthik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. After finding a and b, substitute it that in the given integral. After finding a and b, substitute it in the given function. So I is integral of 1 by 4 by x minus 2 plus b is minus 1 by 4 into x plus 2 into dx. We can split this into two integrals. It is 1 by 4 into integral of 1 by x minus 2 into dx minus 1 by 4 into integral of 1 by x plus 2 into dx. 1 by x plus 2 into dx. Now can you integrate this? Integrate and give the final answer.
1 by 4 log x minus 2 plus minus 1 by 4
Hmm.
log x plus 2 plus c.
Okay, correct. Check whether you are getting this answer. Okay. Aparna got the answer? You getting this? Okay. Is the method clear, children? Okay. This method we call it as integration by partial fraction. Integration by partial fraction. Okay. During the next session, we'll be doing more problems based on this method. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.